saw you laughing from afar, a light too bright, a distant star. I told myself don't even try, but still I watched you passing by. You never knew the nights I stayed, imagining your hand in mine. I kept my distance, played it safe, pretending I was fine. But you're not just a dream anymore. I see the way you look at me, like you've opened up a secret door to a love I thought would never be. You call my name and now it seems you're realer than my wildest dreams. You're not just a dream, not just a dream anymore. I saw you laughing from afar, a light too bright, a distant star. I told myself don't even try, but still I watched you passing by. You never knew the nights I stayed, imagining your hand in mine. I kept my distance, played it safe, pretending I was fine. You're not just a dream anymore. You're the reason that I breathe. You broke the chains I used to wear and gave me something to believe. You held my fears, you touched my scars and made them beautiful with yours. You're not just a dream, not just a dream anymore. Behind a smile, wrote love songs in the dark. Hope someday you hear me out, and now you've lit the spark. But you're not just a dream anymore. I'm standing here with me tonight, no longer lost in wishful thoughts. You're the truth that feels so right. From silent prayers to holding hands, we turn the tides, we change the plans. You're not just a dream, you're everything and more. Not just a dream, not just a dream. You're real to me. Always the dream, my favorite song. I found my courage when you stayed. I never thought you'd turn around, but you are wrong. But you don't want today. You ever need to me, you're real to me.
Too long, just enough to keep me holding on. You had your world, I had my place, but I kept drifting in your space. I knew my role, I played it right, the silent star outside your light. But every time you brushed my side, it felt like gravity tonight. Outside your light, but every time you brushed my side, it felt like gravity denied. I've been stuck in your orbit, just spinning around your skies, never close enough to touch, but too far gone to hide. You never meant to pull me in, but I felt just the same, caught in your orbit, calling out your name. You smiled like nothing was at stake, while I was breaking wide awake. You lit the fuse then walked away, while I was left to burn all day. Your presence was a perfect storm, a force I couldn't just ignore. I circled you without a plan, a satellite without a land. I've been stuck in your orbit, spinning around your skies. You moved like time was on your side, smiled like nothing was at stake. While I was breaking wide awake, you lit the fuse then walked away, while I was left to burn all day. Your presence was a perfect storm, a force I couldn't just ignore. I circled you without a plan, a satellite without a land. I've been stuck in your orbit, chasing every sign. You moved like time was on your side, while I froze in rewind. You didn't ask for me to fall, but I felt just the same. Caught in your orbit, calling out your name. Maybe one day you'll look my way and see I never flew away. I'm still here, I never left. A heartbeat that you never met. But now I'm breaking your orbit. No more silent cries, I'm done with spinning helplessly round a love you won't define. You turned your head and turned me cold, but I won't fade this time. I'm done with your orbit. This heart is mine. Kept me lost in your orbit, and I'm flying free tonight. You sat beside me every day, but I let silence lead the way. My heart was racing, full of fire, but I just smiled and played it quieter. I told myself it wasn't real, that maybe it would fade with time. But every glance was something more, and I just couldn't cross the line. These are the words I never said, the dreams that danced inside my head, the almost moments that I lost, too scared to ever pay the cost. Now you're with someone else instead, and I replay it all with dread. The silence still rings in my chest. These are the words I never said.
I watched you hold somebody new, still kept pretending I pulled through. I bit my tongue, I played it cool, while breaking every silent rule.
You came to me when things went wrong. I held you close but stayed unknown. I should have spoken, should have tried, but I just let the moment die. These are the words I never said, the dreams that danced inside my head, the almost moments that I lost, too scared to ever pay the cost. Now you're with someone else instead, and I replay it all with dread. The silence still rings in my chest. These are the words I never said. I watched you hold somebody new, still kept pretending I pulled through. I bit my tongue, I played it cool, while breaking every silent rule. You came to me when things went wrong. I held you close but stayed unknown. I should have spoken, should have tried, but I just let the moment die. These are the words I never said, the midnight thoughts that left me red, the seconds where I could have shown that I was tired of being alone. You smiled and I just looked away, afraid of what my heart would say. Now all I feel is this regret for words I never said. I never said. I loved you, stayed behind my lips. I feared the fall, the cracks, the slips, but silence broke what love had grown, and left me here to grieve alone.
These are the words I never said, the truth I buried deep instead. You waited maybe once or twice, but I was tired of being alone.
Now you're a memory I can't chase, a faded name I can't replace. And still I ache with this regret for words I never said.
Now every breath and every thread whispers the words I never said.
I watched you from the quiet side, too scared to step into your light. You shone so bright, I felt too small, like shadows dancing on the wall. I tried to speak, but choked instead. The words they trapped inside my head. You never knew the love I hid behind the brave face that I did. You were the light, I stayed the shade. Too afraid I never make a spark that you would ever see in someone small and lost like me. But still I stood and watched you shine, hoping one day you'd be mine. In all the dark I held on tight to every dream of shadows and light. You smiled and I would look away, afraid my heart would give me away. But little moments built the bridge across the fear I used to live. Ooh. You saw through walls I didn't know could ever crack, could ever show. That maybe I was worth your gaze, that maybe I could find my place. You were the light, I stayed the shade, but you reached in and cleared the haze. You saw the girl I tried to hide, the one who longed to stand in pride. And now I rise from where I fell into the warmth where shadows dwell. You pulled me out, you made it right, and turned my world from shadows to light. You were the light, I stayed the shade, but you were afraid I'd never make a spark that you would ever see in someone small and lost like me. But still I stood and watched you shine, hoping one day you'd be mine. In all the dark I held on tight to every dream of shadows and light. Along the light, lost like me. You were the light, I stayed the shade, but you reached in and cleared the haze. The little moments built the bridge across the fear I used to live. Ooh. You saw through walls I didn't know could ever crack, could ever be mine. You'd ever crack, could you be mine? In all the dark I held on tight to every dream of shadows and light. And maybe I could find my place across the fear I used to live. I used to live. You turned the light to endless light. I watched you from a distance, wide, while hiding how I felt inside. You were the dream I couldn't reach, the melody I couldn't teach. I stayed behind, you looked ahead, but I kept hope alive instead. And every glance you threw my way felt like a spark that lit my day. I'm finally yours, after all the waiting, after all the wars. The silent love I held so long now finds a place where it belongs. No more pretending, no more fears. I'm standing here, you're drawing near. It's worth the scars, the open doors, 'cause now I'm finally yours. I used to smile and play it cool, while love made me the quiet fool. But something changed, you moved my way, and suddenly the clouds gave way. You touched my hand, the world stood still. I swore the time, then to my will. The moment came, and so did truth. You saw the love I saved for you. I'm finally yours, the voice you never heard before. The heart that waited in the shade is shining through the mess we made. We've crossed the lines, we've made it clear. No more wishing you were here. We found the key to close up doors, and now I'm finally yours. Finally yours. Every no, every tear led me right to standing here. All the silence, all the storms, you were the calm I waited for. And now it's real, I'm not afraid. This love is more than what we gave. Now I'm finally yours. The story changed, we broke the norm. We turned the maybe into truth. We lit the sky with me and you. So here I stand, no longer lost. No counting time, no weighing costs. I'd go through it 1,000 more just to be finally yours. Just to be finally yours. We're still so close yet out of reach, like waves that kiss but never breach. 1,000 words behind your eyes, but we were bound by thin disguise. Played it safe, you drew the line. Afraid to step, afraid to shine, but something told me deep inside. You felt the pull, you tried to hide. We drew invisible lines between your heart and mine, pretending we were only friends while wanting more again and again. But now we're crossing those signs. No more waiting, no more lies. The truth was here this whole damn time, between invisible lines. We danced around the silent spark, a love that bloomed inside the dark. You held your breath, I did the same, both scared of losing if we named it. But all the moments we let pass were etched like cracks in fragile glass. You touched my hand and I just knew the line I feared led back to you. We drew invisible lines around our wants and whys, afraid of breaking what we had while craving what we couldn't grab. But now we're crossing those signs with open hearts, no more goodbyes. We're done with fear, done with the fight. No more invisible lines. We drew invisible lines around our wants and whys, afraid of breaking what we had while craving what we couldn't grab. But now we're crossing those signs with open hearts, no more goodbyes. We're done with fear, done with the fight. No more invisible lines. We drew invisible lines around our wants and whys, afraid of breaking what we had while craving what we couldn't grab. But now we're crossing those signs with open hearts, no more goodbyes. We're done with fear, done with the fight. We're done with fear, done with the fight. Between invisible to a guide, and love has found a way to shine past invisible lines. No more hiding, no more lines. close playing my part. You'd come to me with stories told of girls who left you in the cold. I gave advice, I bit my tongue, pretended I was just someone. But every time your smile would fade, I wish that I could take her place. What took you so long to see I've been here all along? Right by your side through every fall, waiting for you to hear my call. But now you're here and it feels right. You finally turned on the light. I've loved you quietly so strong. Tell me, babe, what took you so long? You talked for hours, never knew each word just made me fall for you. You looked around while I stood still, just hoping someday you'd feel it too. But I held back, I played it cool, while love kept breaking every rule. Then suddenly you turned to me and said, why didn't I ever see? What took you so long to see my heart where you belong? I held the space, I wrote the song of everything we had all along. But now you know and now you're mine, and baby, we're right on time. Still I can't help but sing this song. Tell me, babe, what took you so long? What took you so long to see I've been here all along? No more waiting, no more games. We've lit the sky with all our names. Now every second feels so right, dancing in this brand new light. You're in my arms where you belong. So tell me, babe, what took you so long? You talked for hours and songs, but still I'd ask, what took you so long? You talked for hours and songs, but still I'd ask, what took you so long? You talked for hours, never knew each word just made me fall for you. You're long. Watched you chase all the wrong hearts while I stayed close playing my part. You'd come to me with stories told of girls who left you in the cold. But I held back, I played it cool, while love kept breaking every rule. Then suddenly you turned to me and said, why didn't I ever see? But I held back, I knew each word just made me fall for you. You looked around while I stood still, just hoping someday you'd feel it too. But I held back, I played it cool, while love kept breaking every rule. Then suddenly you turned to me and said, why didn't I ever see? I was just another face, blending into time and space, watching you from far behind. I wish I never dared to find. But then the world slowed down somehow. You turned to me and I found out that maybe stars align someday. When you finally look my way, when you looked my way, everything began to change. The sky lit up, the dots fell down. My heart no longer made no sound. I waited nights, I prayed for signs, and you were there the whole damn time. I felt forever in a single day. When you looked my way, I used to dream you glanced at me, not out of chance but destiny. And now I know those dreams were real. The moment that you let me feel, your eyes had words you didn't speak, but I could hear them loud and deep. That maybe love had found its day. When you finally looked my way, when you looked my way, my walls fell down in sweet decay. You saw the truth behind my smile and held it close in just a while. I used to hide behind my pain, but now I'll never feel the same. You changed my life in just one gaze. When you looked my way, all those years I waited slow, hiding what I couldn't show. show. But one small glimpse and I just knew my heart was always meant for you. And all the silence led to this, the day we shared our very first kiss. When you looked my way, you turned my night into a blaze. I found my voice, I found my name. You held my soul and lit the flame. Now every second, every day, I live a life I dare to say. It all began in that one place, when you looked my way. When you looked, when you looked my way. I watched you in love with all your heart, but never saw me from the start. I cheered you on from far away, while hiding everything I couldn't say.
But every time you fell apart, I stitched the pieces in the dark. I hope someday you'd see it too, that I was always meant for you.
But every time you fell apart, I stitched the pieces in the dark. I hope someday you'd see it too, that I was always meant for you.
I was meant for you in every silent thing I do, from quiet prayers to hidden smiles. I've loved you deeply all the while. And though the road was torn in two, it led me straight across to you. You were the dream I clung on to, 'cause I was meant for you.
I tried to date, I tried to feel, but nothing ever felt this real. 'Cause every song and every view reminded me it wasn't true.
And every time you said her name, I swallowed pride, ignored the flame. But deep inside I always knew I was still meant for you. I was meant for you. Through all the lonely nights I knew that one day fate would shift its hand and bring you back where love began. Now all the pain we once walked through feels like the steps that led to truth. We've come full circle, me and you, 'cause I was meant for you. Maybe we were just too young to see the fire we've become. And now you're here and I believe this was always destiny. You were the echo I ran to, and I was always made for you. I was meant for you, no matter what we both went through. The stars aligned, the skies turned blue, the second I came back to you. Now every breath and every view feels like a love that's shining new. I've waited long, but now it's true. I was always meant for you. Always meant for you. I was meant for you.
I've seen the back of you too much, watched you leave without a touch. Every goodbye, every delay left me wondering if you'd ever stay. But something shifted in your eyes, like you were tired of all the lies. And just before I turned away, you whispered, no, I'm gonna stay. This time you stayed, didn't run when skies turned gray. You held my hand, you met my pain, and kissed the pieces back again. You proved the words you used to say, and showed me love won't always fade. For once I'm not afraid, 'cause this time you stay. I used to dream of hearing you say I've always needed you, but dreams would break like waves at night, until you turned and made it right. You wiped the tears I tried to hide. Said you missed being by my side. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't speak, but I felt strength within the weak. This time you stayed, you didn't fall to walk away. You chose my heart, you faced the fire. You made forever feel inspired. You didn't flinch, you didn't stray. You loved me real in every way. I used to dream and pray, but this time you stayed. All the times I watched the door, now I don't have to anymore. You said you'd fight, and now I see you're standing here, you're choosing me. This time you stayed, you turned the night into the day. No second guess, no turning round. You built us up from shattered ground. I held my breath through every ache, but now I know you're not a fake. I found my peace, my place, 'cause this time you stay. You stay. This time you stay. I've seen the back of you too much. You proved the words you used to say, and showed me love won't always fade. For once I'm not afraid, 'cause this time you stayed. I tried to love someone new, try to rewrite what I once knew, but every smile felt out of place. No one could match your quiet grace. You were the name I couldn't shake. No matter how long hearts would break. In every crowd, through every view, it's always been just you. It's always you. Even after all we've been through, the way you move, the way you laugh, the way you always bring me back. Through all the roads and all the change, somehow your heart still feels the same. I tried to fight it, but it's true. It's always been, always you. I wore the mask, I played the part, but you were still inside my heart. And though the time pulled us apart, I never let you fully depart. Your voice would echo in my mind, a song I thought I'd left behind. But here you are in clear of view, like fate just led me back to you. It's always you. Even when I swore I was through, no matter who I tried to love, your name fit best in every glove. You're in the light, you're in the rain, you're every joy inside my pain. No matter what I say or do, it's always been, always you. Maybe we just lost the time, but never lost the tie that binds. Now here you are, and now I see you were always meant for me. So I won't run, I won't undo the love I've always held for you. It's always you. Now I can say it like it's new. The way you breathe, the way you stay, when all the rest just fade away. I tried to change, I tried to roam, but your heart always felt used to count the stars at night, wondering if you saw the same light. Years of wishing from afar, holding hope like a faded scar. I watched you fall, I watched you fly, and whispered love into the sky. Never knowing how or when, but I believed you'd come again.
Now you're finally mine. After all the waiting time, every tear and silent ache, let us hear no more heartbreak.
We crossed the fire, we climbed the climb, and turned the wrong into a rhyme. I held on through every sign, and now you're finally mine.
I saw your smile in someone else, but it never felt the way it felt. You came back like a morning sun, and proved my heart was not the one to run. I took the long way through the pain, but now your voice is clear again. We wrote a story that defied the odds, the years, the tears we cried. Now you're finally mine. After chasing every sign, I stood in shadows, held my breath, fought through every